Hey guys, welcome to my first time-lapse video. I'm doing a diamond painting, as you can see. I wanted to make a Q&A video for a long time, and I didn't know how exactly I wanted to do it, so this is how I decided to do it after I started my first diamond painting, which happens to be this one. I started it on stream, and I decided to finish up the rest of it, majority of it, on it for a video. So hope you guys like it. I will be answering a whole bunch of Q&A questions that community members over on Twitch have asked me. So hope you guys enjoy. I will be putting the images up on the screen so you can see the question and who asked it. But yeah, let's get started with the questions. So question 1 is by Shadow Fairy, and they asked, where did your journey with drawing and art start? So for the most part, I never really felt like I was a very creative person. So I basically, I don't know, I always liked doing like crafty stuff when I was a kid, but like I just never felt like I was like good at art, so I just didn't really go into that. So I went into like engineering instead. But anyway, in terms of my journey with like drawing and art, I think it kind of started with funny enough perlers. So like doing more pixel art type of things. And it kind of evolved into me wanting to create like other types of art, and I was watching a whole bunch of like art streamers, and two in particular really like inspired me to start drawing, and those two people are Tasty Peach Studios and Devi Cat. I will leave their Twitch links down below so you guys can check out their channels. I love them so much. They're just like two of many amazing artists on Twitch, so please show them some love. But I would say that's kind of where things started, and like, you know, kind of how things evolved into, you know, actually working on creating digital and traditional art myself. So yeah. Our second question is from Lucas, and they asked, what is your favorite memory with Twitch? That's a really tough question because I have so many like really memorable moments, but I think if I had to pick one, I would say overall my experience at the first TwitchCon I went to, so I believe it was TwitchCon 2016, that just sort of sparked something in me that I didn't even know was like possible. I didn't know that I could like love, you know, Twitch and streaming and the community any more than like I did at that time, and somehow it just like it like 10x'd itself, and I was like, whoa, I love this. I want to do this. And that was like really, really special because you know, I got to meet people that I had been watching for a long time. And this was kind of when I just, you know, I had like recently started streaming before this, and like meeting all these like creators that I had been watching for so long that had inspired me. It was just such an amazing experience, and also being around so many people that had so much in common with me. Like it was a really life-changing experience for me. So I would have to say that that is probably like my favorite memory that's like Twitch related. Okay, our third question is from Not BC, and they asked, what is your favorite makeup brand? Asking for a friend. So that's a tough one because I wouldn't say that I have like one brand in particular that I love like every single product. I do like Urban Decay for eyeshadow palettes. They have like a really nice range of colors, and they all go really well together. So I would say I like Urban Decay for eyeshadow palettes, although there are so many brands that have really good eyeshadow palettes, so that's just one of them. And then for mascara, I love Benefit Roller Lash by Benefit, I believe. And then there are a whole bunch of other things. If you guys would like me to go into more detail about like different makeup that I use, let me know in the comments and I will talk about more makeup related stuff if you would like. Our fourth question comes from Shadow Fairy, and they asked, what have been the most rewarding and most frustrating parts of your experience streaming on Twitch? Ooh, okay, so let's start with most rewarding. Most rewarding, ooh, I would have to say that, you know, just like getting to know so many people that have so much in common. Like we have just so many like similar interests and like people that just really understand me on so many different levels, whether it be like that we're all nerdy and love video games, or we all like, I don't know, crafty things, or that we may struggle with like social interactions or whatever it may be. Like it feels really good to get to know people that understand so many different parts of like my personality, because we're like kind of similar in a lot of ways. So I would have to say that like getting to know people like that, it really helps me to feel like I'm not so alone in a lot of ways. So I would say that that is like one of the most rewarding things. And then another thing to add on top of that is that the community has really changed my life in an amazing way. I was miserable before I started streaming and before I found Twitch, and I had no idea like what I wanted to do with my life at that point, because I had just quit a job that made me miserable and that just like drained all of the happiness out of me. So when I found Twitch and got to know so many people that I had like all this stuff in common with, whether it be like the social anxiety and like, you know, I struggle with depression and all this other stuff. Like I learned so many things by like talking to community members, and it helped me to kind of get myself in a better place. And like seriously, you guys make my life so much better. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate every single one of you and what you do for me on a daily basis. I would not be this happy if it hadn't been for like this platform and for all of you guys, you know, coming, hanging out with me, spending your time, and like just being lovely, amazing people. So thank you. All right, I think that's like a good summary of like the most rewarding parts, is that like you guys bring me so much joy. I cannot express how grateful I am. Some of the less rewarding things, like some of the things that can be a little frustrating and that can get me down, is like sometimes I might put like a lot of effort into something, but I don't necessarily see like as much excitement when I like put all this effort in, and you know, it kind of like my idea flops. But you know what, that just shows me that like I just need to continue getting more feedback from the community and seeing what you guys like. And it's good to test things to see like what people like, what people don't like. So you know, I'm gonna put a positive spin on this, because it can get me kind of down when I like put a lot of effort into something and it doesn't really go as well as hoped. But you know, that's why there's always next time, and always like a chance to get feedback from people on what they like and what they don't like. So yeah. Question number 5 comes from Kayla. And they're asking, what made you start streaming on Twitch? Well, when I found Twitch, I initially started out in a Minecraft community, specifically Thethelia Craft, and that community really drew me in. Like, she was very down to earth and real with everybody. Like it wasn't like she didn't sugarcoat things. She just was real about, you know, life struggles, about whatever may have come up. And I cannot thank her enough for what she has done for me. She has completely changed my life. That community has changed my life. That is where I really got into Twitch. I made my Twitch account for her and her community so I could talk in chat, and, you know, people welcomed me in right away. And it felt like home. It felt like home. And when I started realizing how much of a difference watching her streams made in my life, it kind of made me think, well, I love doing these things too, and I want to help people and, you know, bring them joy, and also just like be real and talk with people about whatever might be going on in life and stuff. And like we can do this together. We don't have to struggle by ourselves. We can come together as a community and like, you know, fight the battles together, so to speak. So hope that answers your question. But yeah, that's how I got into Twitch and why I wanted to start streaming. It was because the Thelia Craft really inspired me based on how much of an impact she made and that community made on my life. I will forever be grateful. And I know she doesn't stream anymore, but no matter what, she will always, you know, be a very special person in my life because of how big of a difference she made, and how much she, you know, inspired me. So to her, I will always be grateful, very grateful. Question number 6 comes from Not BC, and he's asking, how did you pick your name? Okay, so the name Narina was actually it was my first WoW character's name. So basically when I made my WoW account, you know, way back when at the beginning of Wrath of the Lich King, I went through the random name generator and I kind of picked out parts from names that I liked and came up with Narina. So I've kind of had that name ever since, and I love it. So that's how I picked my name. Question number 7 comes from Bob, and Bob's asking, what was the very first video game you remember playing that you just couldn't wait to play it again and again? Ooh, I mean, I definitely have memories of playing like the original Super Mario Brothers, because my sister had the original console. So I got to play that and Duck Hunt and a whole bunch of other games on there, and that was kind of one of my first memories with like gaming. But I would say because it wasn't mine, I was limited as to how much I could actually play those games. So when I got my, let me see, I think it was a Game Boy Pocket. When I got my Game Boy Pocket and Pokemon had just come out, that would probably be, I believe that was the first one, the first game that I was like, ooh, I don't want to put this down. I just want to play it all the time. Because I got blue. One of my best friends at the time had red, so we could like trade with each other. And it was just so exciting. And I mean, I've been a Pokemon fan ever since, you know, the original games came out. And I guess I would have to say that. And then like the other one that really sticks out for me is when I got my N64 and playing Super Mario 64. that was a very key moment because that was like my first like real like non-handheld console that was mine. It was the first one that was mine. It wasn't my sister's, so like I got to have it in my room. I got to play it, you know, whenever I could, and that's, you know, a really special memory. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, question number 8 comes from Shadow Fairy. They're asking, what do you look for in streams to watch? And what do you see in streamers you watch that you maybe wish you were better at / could emulate? Ooh, that is a really good question. So what do I look for in streams to watch? Myself, I guess usually when it comes to streams that, like, you know, if I'm looking for a new person to watch, I guess I'm more likely to look at, you know, game directories that I'm currently playing those games and want to be able to like talk about those games with like more people. So maybe something like that, or, you know, I do go into the art category and like makers and crafting quite a bit just because I love, you know, all kinds of creative things. So I just kind of look for, you know, whatever kind of catches my eye in terms of, you know, what someone might be working on that day, if we're looking at like the creative directories. And then, okay, what do you see in streams you watch that maybe you wish you were better at could emulate? I would have to say I look up to Tasty Peach Studios in a lot of ways. So she, not only is she an incredible artist, she's one of my best friends. I love her to pieces. But she has come so far in, like, you know, streaming, and, you know, she has grown more confident. She has really opened up, and her community has just like really blossomed. And I think a big part of like why I look up to her so much is not only is she an incredible artist, and she's worked very hard for everything that she has earned, you know, in terms of her business and her stream, but like seeing her confidence grow over time has been like really inspiring. And I'm hoping to be able to, you know, gain some more confidence myself as I keep doing this, as I keep creating content, just get more confident with myself so that I can hopefully, you know, help other people and show people that you don't necessarily have to be the most confident person in order to start, and you can kind of gain that as you go, because, you know, practice helps, and you gotta just keep going, you know. So yeah, but she is amazing, so please show her lots and lots of love. Her link will be in the description. Question 9 comes from Scott, asking, if you could try any new medium of art, what would it be and why? Well, I have been wanting to try watercolors for a very long time, and I do actually have a watercolor set that someone got me off of my wish list. Thank you so much for whoever got that for me. I am really grateful. I have only swatched the colors so far, which I showed you guys in one of the vlogs, so I haven't actually tried doing any actual painting, but the colors are beautiful, and I really love like a lot of the pieces that I've seen people create with watercolors. I guess that's why. Is this just that it looks so beautiful, so whimsical, and I really want to try and create something like that because it just seems like fun. Question number 10 comes from Scott as well. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? That's a really good question, and there are so many. There are so many amazing places that I really want to visit, and we can get into that in like another video, but I would say that I want to be where my family is. So wherever my family is, that's where I want to be. I want to be close to them. So yeah, that's it. I want to be close to my family. Wherever they are, I want to be where they are. Question 11 comes from Bob, asking, what length of YouTube video do you look for in watching, and does that affect how long you want your videos to be? Ooh, okay, so I would say under typically under 30 minutes. Typically under 30 minutes. The beauty of YouTube is that you can always pause the videos that you're watching and come back to them later, but for the most part, if something is more than 30 minutes, I'm kind of like, I don't know. And you know, chances are I might forget to go back. So hopefully that answers your question. I guess under 30 minutes would be like the amount of time that I want to, I would like to limit my videos to under 30 minutes. Some videos will be more around like the 15 mark, others will be closer to 30, but that'll be kind of a range, but no longer than that, I would say. Okay, and our final question, question number 12, comes from Eliza, and they're asking, who are your favorite villagers in Animal Crossing? Oh, goodness. Okay, so Molly is just the cutest. Oh my gosh, they're all so cute though. Okay, so Molly, definitely, she is such a sweetheart. And then, oof, Stitches is adorable. Loves his snacks. Stitches loves snacks. Super cute. And then I would say Flurry, because super cute, precious. Love her. And Apple. Apple has like this really great energy, and I don't know, I just love them. I love them so much. And I do have a whole bunch of footage on my Twitch streams if you guys want to check that out. I have been streaming some Animal Crossing, so you want to come hang out and watch some Animal Crossing or other gameplay, come over to twitch.tv/Narina1. I will have a link in the description. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for our Q&A. Thank you guys so much for submitting questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like it, definitely, you know, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so. We are getting so close to 100 subscribers. I'm really enjoying making this content for you guys, so hopefully you're enjoying it as well. And we'll just, you know, we're gonna keep going on this journey together. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.